I said my last video was going to be my last video, but I had one more thing to say. Because tonight it was a lot. We discussed a lot. We talked about coercive control. I talked about that organization and how 20 years later, all of it comes together. But I want to talk a little bit more about why I am doing what I'm doing. I am fighting on behalf of more than just myself. I'm fighting on behalf of all of the victims that were trafficked here and other places. All of the victims of the e-files who have not gotten justice, who have gone through worse things than I've gone through. To the children who have been separated from their parents in ICE detention centers. To the children who are working and raising their siblings because their parents are gone, whether they were taken out, trafficked, or they work so hard that you pick up the slack and have become an adult yourself, taking care of your siblings. You see, the only people I actually really care about, the only group of people I actually really care about are young people. And I say that all the time because look at my circumstance. These are all adults that did this. Adults in their 30s, 40s, 50s. Adults are the ones out here trafficking children. Adults put their burdens on children, forcing them to grow up and be older than they need to be. And to all of the young people out there, I am fighting on behalf of all of you because right now, if I were a young person, I would see the administration, I would see what's going on in my court case, the e-files and everything else, and say, are there any adults in the room that care and that are fighting for me and my future? I would feel like the answer to that question is absolutely not. So why I am making myself so known and I'm putting my first and last name out there and why I get in front of the cameras to do this is because I want you to know that there is someone fighting for you. And once I'm done fighting this personal case of mine, I'm going to move on and do other things. And going back to coercive control, the book that I started writing, someone in that group is taking credit for that. Because again, they want to take over your finances. So it's like, oh no, you're not going to use your book publishing deal and use that book. So now I have to fight to be like, that was my idea. Same thing with America's Boardroom. I've pivoted to this stuff and this content because someone took that idea too. Because like, oh, you're not going to make money off of that idea. So they took that and did things with it. So now I have to fight for that. But I'm okay with fighting for it because ultimately, I have more people I'm going to be fighting for. And I took a minute to write this letter, so I'm going to be reading this to you, and hopefully I can read it fast. But I said, the future is in our hands. Boomers, Gen Xers, and older millennials have had their chances over time, and they continually failed open book tests due to things like racism and misogyny and money and greed and corruption. But it's not too late to change, and the time to change is now. We should all be embarrassed by the state of the world, not just here in America. And rather than checking out, it's time to check in. We all deserve a better future, and the older generations are running the planet into the ground. We all need better. We all deserve better. And if you believe and want that too, in the future, we will have it. We just have to do the work to get it. And community is key. So find yours. Authenticity is key. Be yourself. And lastly, I need you to know that you are not alone. We are all experiencing this thing called life together, and I am here to help usher that in. And I really need you guys to understand, overstand all of that so that we can all move forward together